Hello, and welcome to a new episode of our Behind the Window program. In this new program, I will provide technical information about the TK-503 and TK-505 single-head welding machines. The machine you see on my right is the TK-503, and the machine on my left is the TK-505 single-head welding machine. Both machines perform the welding process on a single corner. First, I would like to mention the differences between the two machines. For both machines, the minimum welding profile dimension is 30 mm in height and 30 mm in width, while the maximum profile height is 180 mm on the TK-505. It is 165 mm on the TK-503. This is an important difference. Another important difference is that the chassis of the TK-503 is shipped disassembled and can be assembled on site, thus saving on shipping and storage space. On the TK-505 machine, as you can see, it is shipped with the chassis and head already assembled. Now, I would like to talk about the technical features common to both machines. First of all, the machine performs the welding process at 45 degrees, that is, 45 to 45 degree to complete the 90 degrees, in the four corners. In addition, welding can be performed between 30 degrees and 180 degrees on both machines. The welding range, or welding angle, can be adjusted manually as seen here. Again, on both machines, blade adjustments can be easily made manually according to a 0.2 mm or 2 mm welding thickness by loosening the screws here or sliding the blades. This feature is available on both machines. All parameters on the machine, such as welding temperature, welding time, melting time, and welding pressure, can be easily adjusted via the panel you see here. There is a thermocouple that controls the melting process. The thermocouple can be adjusted between 0 degrees and 300 degrees. When set to 300 degrees, it automatically shuts off once the temperature on the plate reaches 300 degrees. Additionally, there is a practical Teflon replacement mechanism on the machine. Thanks to this mechanism, a damaged Teflon surface can be replaced easily and practically. This also provides a significant time saving. All operations on the machine are controlled by a foot pedal. With each press of the pedal, the process advances one step, and in this way, the process, the cycle, is completed automatically. There is another very important feature in both machines. As the process progresses, the operator can automatically reverse this process by 1, 2, or 3 steps if they wish. We will demonstrate all the operations I just described in detail shortly with Mr. Ahmet from our technical service department. I would now like to invite our technician, Mr. Ahmet, to perform the welding process and do a test run.
Hello.
Welcome. You've brought the welding molds as well. I forgot to mention them earlier, so perhaps you could talk about them. It would also be great if you briefly touch upon the other technical features.
First, let's talk about this welding mold. We have a part here on the welding molds. We have a slot here, and this can easily fit into place. We set the slot like this. After positioning it forward so it doesn't get in front of the blade, we can immediately secure it with a small movement like this.
Okay, very practical. We attach the other half in the same way.
I set the slot on the other half. I push it forward, and I secure it.
Yes, quite practical. We can do this in just a few seconds. We've seen how the welding molds are attached. Could you also show us how the welding thickness is adjusted? I mentioned 0.2 millimeters and 2 millimeters welding thicknesses earlier. Could you demonstrate those as well?
To adjust the welding thickness, let me show you these 3 bolts on top like this. It's 0.2 millimeters. When we bring them to the maximum closeness, it's 0.2 millimeters. When we open them, it's a 2 millimeters weld.
So when we bring them as close as possible, it's 0.2. Well, I mentioned something earlier. I said the welding process has a step-by-step forward or backward adjustable feature. Is it possible for you to demonstrate this process too?
Of course. Let me just put my mold in place. Let me show you like this. I press the foot pedal. First, I press System Start, making the system active. I press the foot pedal, and the reference blade comes down from behind. Then I press the foot pedal again, and the guard comes down. For example, let's say you want to go back a step here. We have a partial stop button here.
1 step back.
When I press this button, it can go 1 step back.
This way, if the operator makes a mistake or abandons the welding process, they can rewind the process.
They can rewind it 1 step forward and 1 step back, or 2 steps back.
This provides a lot of convenience for the operator. Now you've prepared profiles for us to perform a welding operation. We will do a 90-degree weld. Of course, we also have the feature to weld at intermediate degrees here. But since our cuts are 245s, we will do a 90-degree welding operation.
Before that, let's mention a small detail. Here, our welding pressure can be adjusted from here as shown. We lift the lock. Turn it clockwise to increase it, turn it counterclockwise to decrease it, and lock it again. We can adjust the clamp pressure in the same way. We can also adjust the temperature by pressing the button on the temperature display here. The right button increases it, and the left button decreases it.
This temperature varies depending on the thickness of the profiles and the profile material.
We set it to the ideal temperature. It changes according to every profile. Here we have our system start button and a partial stop button. We also have 2 indicators here for heating time and welding time. By turning this, if we turn it to the left we can decrease it, and to the right we can increase it.
Yes, we can now move on to the welding process.
Alright, if all parameters are ready, and our heat is ready, let's start the welding process right away. First, I take my profiles. I press the pedal once. My reference blade comes in. I place my profiles. After that, when I press the pedal again, the guard comes down.
We have secured the profiles.
Then the right side's clamper comes down, the left side's clamper comes down, and the welding process begins.
Yes, currently it is melting the surfaces.
Yes.
Approximately how many seconds does the melting time take?
Under normal conditions, 20 to 25 seconds. It varies between 20 to 25 seconds depending on the thickness of the profile.
Our current melting temperature is around 245 degrees. When the weather is cold, this can go up to 300 degrees. So right now it is doing the welding operation. How many seconds does that take?
It takes around 20 seconds, 15 seconds.
Again, this varies according to the ambient temperature.
It varies for all profile types.
Yes, the welding process is completed and the plates have opened. It looks like our welding operation is finished now.
Yes, the welding operation for this side is finished.
Let's show the welded areas like this. I can see that a very smooth, homogeneous weld has been made. Quite successful. We can look from every corner. Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmet.
You're welcome. If you'd like, I can quickly weld the other corners as well. Let me complete the process for you.
Let's show that at the end.
We have welded our final corner.
Mr. Ahmet has welded the four corners of the frame for us. Let's get a closer shot if you'd like. Yes, it's quite neat. I can see that all four corners are identical and welded in a homogeneous and smooth manner. A highly successful welding process. Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmet.
You're welcome.
We have come to the end of today's Behind the Window program. In today's program, we introduced the TK-503 and TK-505 single-head welding machines to you. See you in a new Behind the Window program.